Welcome back to the Two Comma Club podcast. Today I'm really excited about this episode. We have Nipun Syal on the podcast, and he is an AI marketing specialist, and I'm really excited to dive in and learn all the craziness that's going on, especially since everybody seems to be jumping from ChatGPT to Claude and all these other crazy things that are going on in the marketplace. So without further ado, let's hear from Nipun. Can you tell us about your background and how you became a AI marketing specialist and what that entails?
So I'm a civil engineer from background. I studied civil engineering. I used to design high-rise structures. I did my master's in civil engineering structure designing, where I used to design high-rise structures. And I was the youngest government officer when I passed out like 16 years back from a college. But I want to start something of my own. I don't belong to a business family. So there was something sparking up. Okay, what to start? So I started giving coaching to the people to get a government job. And then I started designing high-rise structure. The biggest problem in my whole life career of entrepreneurship was of marketing. Like when I used to like whatever is in my mind, if I tell someone developer, I was dependent lots of on humans. Like, okay, you need to develop this developer, I don't know the coding and other stuff. But long story short, like 2021 AI gave me wings. And then I started, okay, this is very easy now. I am what's in my mind, somebody's over there suggesting me. And now in the 2026 era, it is not suggesting, it is implementing the stuff. So that's where we are seeing the transition. Like earlier, AI was telling you what to do. Hey, I want to grow my brand, this. Now the new AI agent era is they are doing the work for you.
That's really cool. It's really interesting to see the evolution that we're experiencing in such a short window of time. I'm curious to hear, in your experience, what has been kind of some of the biggest needle movers in the AI space for marketing businesses, things that have made it more efficient and effective, so to speak.
So I am a automation guy. Like generally when I started business, I want to automate most of the stuff because I don't like, okay, every day I'm doing the same stuff. I want to go to the next level, and every entrepreneur, they want to go to the next level, but they are stuck in their firefighting task. And this is a biggest trap. And then the second thing is we always get new ideas as an entrepreneur. We need to protect ourselves. Okay, we are not implementing everything. The key to success is no. So I think the biggest needle right now in the marketing space is like even the clients are aware. They are coming up with the GPT criteria. Hey, this is GPT is recommending. The real marketing is you know how to get the results. If it is with AI, without AI, the key is now result, because now GPT suggests lots of, even the clients are aware, hey, do this. But your intellectual and your marketing effort needs to know, okay, this is to be done, this is not to be done, because GPT comes up with lots of experiments also.
That's very interesting. I like how you phrased it. It's all about the results right now more than it is the process, so to speak. Um, it reminds me of something that I've heard in the marketing world of like how right now one of the biggest things that's selling more than anything else is transformation. And I'm curious to know, like, when you are proposing these AI marketing situations, what does that transformation look like that you offer to the marketplace?
So the biggest hurdle of any business is his founder. He's the biggest bottleneck also, because everything is dependent on him. And now, like after Hormozi, I was the second affiliate in the world promoting 100 million money model. And what I learned from Alex is if you have a personal brand, AI is going nowhere. Next wave will come, just like crypto. There was SEO, AEO, AI, but personal brand sticks. And the biggest hurdle right now, which we are offering services, is right now, like if I want to shoot a content, everybody wants to build their personal brand, so they are not going anywhere. They are not replacing by AI. So we are building AI clones of a people who are showing up on social media. And whatever we experimenting, first we experiment with our own brand. So because we are into marketing, we want to don't want to like there's everyday new tools coming up. So we don't want to go in that syndrome. Hey, implement this, now implement this. So just like every day, 3 reels going out, all automated, all edited. If my clone is going out there, pushing upon social media and giving us the result. And it saves my time. Now my team is not dependent on me. That if I need to generally like I'm doing a one more workshop in my hometown right now. I used to travel for the air workshops. All the creatives, we created 30 creatives, we created 30 videos. my involvement and my time is 0 minutes. All team is because everything is cloned, my voice is cloned. Now they know my thought process. I've built up a skill. They know my thought process. Now it's doing.
That's really interesting. I've heard of this idea of the like AI clones and stuff, but I'm actually not that familiar with what that process looks like or entails. I'd love if you could kind of walk me through, like, let's say the example is that I myself want to create an AI clone. Like, what would that look like exactly?
So first is like we need to use some tools and agents which is logging into your account. So if I give you the fair stuff, when I built my first clone, so I was like, okay, 2 3 clones are built. I was very happy. I was like, okay, this is the key to success. Now my team is not dependent on me, they will be creating. I see 5 days they are creating, and then one weekend started and nobody was logging it up. And after that Monday they are getting relaxed, and I say, why you are not creating my clone? Then I see they every day need to go to the software, login it up, and then writing up a script. It's like again like a human repetitive task, and we all humans are excited first and then we get a little bit relaxed, and then there's a comfort zone comes in. And then I said, this gonna not work for my clients also, because sometimes we purchase like this mic and we said, okay, every day we show up on social media something, we created a studio, and I see like the motivation lasts not that much longer, discipline and consistency. And then I said, why not create a agent Nipun which is logging into your account? So if I take an example of you, so first what we'll be doing is we'll creating your clone, how you are speaking, how you are doing those gestures, just like right now you are doing like this, so that it should not look like a clone. And the best way to do is a podcast. Right
Hmm.
now we are on a conversational style. If I tell you, okay, the biggest hurdle right now is voice clone. Voice very look robotic. And how to get in, lots of people what they do mistake is, all your viewers like they started their cloning, they read a script. I spend almost 8 hours, 11 labs as software for good voice cloning. I spend 8 hours in my studio, but still my voice, my wife is able to recognize it. Okay, this is your AI clone, your AI voice, Nipun. And I said, no, that's not gonna work. Then I see what's the problem. I was reading a script, just like if I talk about, if I tell you to read a chapter, this is my book, forward by Dan Kennedy, Grow with Bots. So if I started reading this, so I will read like this. I want to grow my personal brand with bots by using, and that's not how I speak. And that's where whatever you are putting in the AI clone mind or AI clone, that's the output. So right now we are talking, if I put up a recorder over here, Riverside has also made a recording where we have download our voice record separately. Boom. Now you can train this. So your voice get cloned, your video get cloned from a HeyGen software. So I built my 100 clones. So I was like, okay, no, build this every day. It should not be like a podcast is going out. And then HeyGen approached me. I showed my work. They approached me that you be our like brand ambassador. I said, okay, why not? So I am right now brand ambassador for HeyGen. And then the third bottleneck was every day somebody's logging it up, they are not doing. So I built an AI agent based on the cloud. Every day it's finding AI news on internet, going into those softwares. Then the editing part. So when we are talking, it become monotonous. We need to add B rolls. So I had one more software to add B rolls and everything. Then now it is pushing up on my social media every day. If you see, like if you open up my Instagram, we see 3 videos, all my AI clone. Now the ads, now YouTube we are doing, now making it for, and what are the exact use cases? Well, lots of people right now get fascinated with the software. Hey, this software is doing this. How to monetize that? That's the key. So the first thing is, if you talk about YouTube, like lots of the coaches, what they are doing the repetitive stuff. So in that case, how to eliminate their time to create a course? And now the validity of course is not that like in the AI era, because if I am creating something, it is not valid after 2 months. AI is getting rapidly changed, rapidly fast. So how it saves my time? I didn't want to lock into this. So that's why for YouTube we created that. For coaches, consultant, their course are already created. Now the webinar part is there. For Instagram, showing up on social media, just like I'm a like go high level guy. I use go high level a lot. I'm a diamond winner from them. So the biggest problem with the go high level is it is amazing software, but they come up with lots of updates. Now what to do? Like as a AI service provider, you need to be top of the funnel. Like, okay, we need to know those features. So I connected my agent to their website. Whenever there is a new update from an RSS feed, it gives what's the exact use case. It is not telling about the feature, it is telling about the results, what result it can generate if you implement it. Now my clone is going over there, putting up on social media. In the end, we are monetizing it by putting up a comment GHL. Whosoever is commenting, then they are adding into our funnel. We are getting organic leads for free, all automated. And now sometimes, like when I met someone on event, they say, "Hey, Nipun, GHL feature that you are telling that was amazing." I need to check my own video to learn that. Okay, what was the exact feature? So
Yeah.
that's the stuff going on.
That's really cool. Oh man, there's a lot we can unpack there. This has got me really excited. So first and foremost, like as I heard you talking, you were mentioning, you know, the a number of clones, meaning like more than one. And so I'm really interested to hear like what does that mean exactly? Because when I hear this idea of this AI clone, it kind of makes me think of like if you're giving it the data set, say like 5 podcasts or whatever it's going to be, that it's then building off of to create the content engine. Like what does it mean to have more than one clone? Is kind of the question that I'm asking. Quick question for you. If you're listening to this show, it probably means you're interested in learning how successful entrepreneurs are growing their businesses. And while there's a lot of strategies we talk about on this podcast, one of the biggest lessons I've learned is that growth often comes down to getting in front of the right people. The most powerful way that I've discovered to do that is with a podcast. That's why I created the Podcasting for Leads Challenge. It's a 5-day coaching experience where we'll design and launch a podcast that positions you as the go-to authority in your niche, creates unlimited content for your social media platforms, and consistently generates qualified leads for your business. So if you want to build a trusted personal brand that opens doors to speaking opportunities, have daily content scheduled to go out on every platform, and fill your calendar with qualified leads, then check out the Podcasting for Leads Challenge. The link is in the description down below. Now, let's get back to the conversation.
So the biggest right now, like the most difficult part is to catch someone's attention. On Instagram, we are on TikTok, we are used to like this. And every day if your single clone is showing up on social, just like I'm creating. I can share my screen also to show up my social media. But if I tell you that this is my clone telling on the podcast, you are adding a script. Every day if somebody sees me like this, they get bored. That is one clone. Right now you are on podcast today, that is one clone. You are walking somewhere in the beach and you have created your clone out of it. So I did one in Times Square. So Times Square fascinated with all the billboards. I'm walking over there and I created my clone. Now I am adding a script. Earlier the biggest hurdle was I need to carry one mic, one video, and then I'm telling no, I need to repeat the stuff. Hey, I need to do this. And it's a crowded place like Times Square, like Niagara Falls. These are very crowded places where you don't have time to do it again and again because lots of people are coming. Now what I do, anywhere I'm going, I just fake it for a 1 minute. Hey, this is what, blah, blah, blah. Just I'm adding my gestures and adding my lips. From that software, I'm adding a script after it. Whatever we are adding, it will add it.
That's very interesting. So, what I understood from that was basically like if you have video from a certain setting that you want to be able to make multiple videos out of, you only have to record it the one time to capture the gestures and everything else. And then you can use these videos to create a new script and video through like what's being said. Is that accurate?
Right. That's the exact use case.
Wow, that's really impressive and really cool, and that opens up a lot of a lot of ideas that I have. So yeah,
And I have created 100. So imagine like how the team, like even Hagen people was like, you are a very powered user. We never see someone creating 100 clones. I said, I just want to experiment on my first brand and then I want to give it as a services.
that's really cool. Um, I couldn't imagine having 100 different clones. Is so awesome. Um, okay, so I guess I'd love to pick your brain because I've kind of thought about this before. What what do you think would be the likelihood and or possibility of taking like, let's say that we did separately in-person podcasts, like we have that video available, but we wanted to turn this virtual podcast into a video that looks like an in-person podcast. Do you think it would be possible with the technology that we have at this time to take the audio recording of this podcast and then use the B-roll that we have or those videos to create a lookalike kind of in-person setup from
Yes,
this?
that can be done.
That is so cool. That is
Yeah.
so neat. Man, AI is nuts. So what
Yeah.
are these other opportunities that you see available with AI at this current time in addition to clones that you're helping with in the marketplace?
So, like, you need to solve someone's problem. That's the opportunity. Like, every problem, even if it has a basic problem, like, if you talk about, nobody wants to log in every day for a CRM to check up a stats. Nobody wants to log into ads manager. Like, for ads manager, they need to even monitor the result. What if every day, I'm just giving a simple example, every day a Slack message will come into your Slack, hey, this is your ads report, this is the best performing, this is the least performing. This is again a tool which is solving a problem, because problem is every day you are checking the stuff. Now the next part is like AI employee, to set up an employee for everyone. So I have set up my employee, I have set up a Mac Mini. So right now, even if we are talking, I will just need to tell, and I use a tool called Whisper Flow. I don't want to like type, so I just tell, okay, do this. And after this workshop, like after this podcast, I see all the reports. If I say, okay, check John March podcast and see how many videos he's posting, tell me the best performing video and tell me why it is going viral. Analyze it, log in into their Facebook. I just need to tell it from a voice note. There is a 24/7 employee who is working. They will start it searching about you. They will fetch it and come up with, hey, this is why this guy is going viral. And imagine, earlier I need to paste your YouTube into GPT or somewhere, and then I need to keep on like this video, this video. Now everything gets scraped.
That's really cool. So it gives you a lot of the ability to break down and understand the things that are working in the marketplace to get essentially more views, virality, etc., that will lead to more business, if I understand properly.
Right. It's the major use case is you have one guy who is working for you 24/7. They are always on your system.
That's really cool. That's awesome. So is that, if I'm understanding correctly, what the function of the AI agent is then?
It's your AI assistant. So right now, if you talk to your team and tell, or if somebody's solopreneur, they need to log in to check those stats. You know, like everybody has a limited time. We all have 24 hours. And everybody get burnout after some time. Some might having a capacity of 8 hours, some might having a 12 hours, 13 hours, but everybody has a limit. How the 80-20 principle, like the 20 per day. So if there is some repetitive task, I tell my agent to do that. Hey, do this. Hey, assign this task to someone. Because earlier I used to log into a CRM to assign someone a task. Now I'm just telling that whatever is in my mind, I'm just telling it from like speak to text, hey, do this. And now agent is going everywhere, logging it up and doing those stuff for me. The latest use case which I did is I was presenting somewhere in the workshop. It was in Malaysia. I need to present something and I need to automate my social media also. So I created a Claude AI agent where Claude is not just telling me what should be the prompt. It is logging into my Higgs field, adding that prompt, and then out of that prompt, when my post comes in, it adding my branding over it, Nipun Syal AI marketing automation, and no API allow Facebook profile to schedule a post and comments because all other APIs are on the pages. If you connect any of the CRM, Meta doesn't allow to schedule something on the Facebook profile from a software. But due to Claude, it is logging into my Facebook, scheduling all those comments, scheduling all those threads. Threads are like step 1, step 2, step 3 in the comments. And when I just stepped on from the event after my workshop in 1 hour, it did around 18 posts, all automated without touching a single stuff.
That's really powerful. That gives you a ton of leverage and really helps you to automate and systematize a lot of the daily functions of that personal brand, like you're talking about. Um,
Right.
so is that um, part of the transformation that you're offering is to help people kind of like leverage that
Yeah.
those tools
So I
to build the personal brand?
Yeah, I built different agents based on like somebody wants a voice agent. Right now, even my phone is cloned, like my voice is cloned for branding, but we are using it on phone calls also. Hey, somebody's calling up, my AI clone is speaking, hi, it's Nipun, and then it will talk. And overall, we know that like all the high ticket converts on a call, on a Zoom call, on a calendar call. So even if we are doing this workshop like this on a call, it will not be that much understanding like while we are doing it on a video call. So my AI agent will, okay, let's book up an appointment. It books an appointment, and then I got a message in a Slack, hey, somebody's booked an appointment, and then we show up on a call. But people feel somewhere there is a natural like in-person touch, but we disclaim it as it's my AI clone, because that's where we get a leverage. If this guy has created his AI voice clone, what they can do it for our business. But these are
Yeah,
like the
that
use case.
100%. That makes a lot of sense, and it shows that you're in alignment with basically what you're offering in the marketplace, which is really cool. Um, so I think that those two things that we've touched on so far, the clones and the agents, are very powerful tools that it sounds like the majority of businesses, whether they're a new business owner looking to get their name out there and market themselves, or if they're an established business owner looking to create more leverage in their calendar, these are some tools that they need to implement pretty much immediately. Um, what what do you think, in addition to those two, are any other tools that they should be including to create that leverage in their business, knowing that AI is obviously a high leverage tool?
So if you ask me, like I can come up with lots of AI tools, but like it's all upon the use case. Just give me a practical use case. Like if somebody wants to achieve this, I can come up with it, because right now I'm on a subscription of almost, you can say, 60, 70 tools. All are having a different use case. So, because if I tell someone and people say excited, hey, Nipun told this tool, we need to implement this, but everybody has a different use case. So, like my personal favorites are GHL, Cloud Code, these two, Hicksfield for creatives. Now, Hicksfield has video, Hicksfield has like the images part. So, that's what I like most. For speech to text, I use Whisperflow. These are like pretty much my favorite, but I use lots of tool. Now I am experiment with somebody's DMing me on Instagram, how I can send them a voice message all automated with their name.
Yeah, that is so powerful. The voice cloning is interesting. So it's like there's the AI clone, which is good for video, if I'm understanding, and then there's the agent slash assistant, which obviously will take a ton of stuff off your plate. And then there's also like the voice clone that handles, like you talked about, the scheduling of calls. And then did I also understand that you said the voice note as well?
Yeah, I'm trying for the Instagram DM, WhatsApp DM. So in case of me, I need to tell someone. So if my voice is going there, because after a while, I should not be about, like even my team can send with my language, like not language, my voice. And then people feel, okay, Nipun is replying. I built I have my AI community called AI Success Circle. So lots of people are in a circle or same stuff to do. Sometimes they know we want to hear it from Nipun. And now, okay, they hear the same stuff from Nipun, because I have built my mind into a custom skill in Claude where how I think, how I write emails, my team have the access.
Hmm, that's really cool. That gives that is so. One thing that I've been diving in the rabbit hole of recent that's interesting, because this sounds like a potential solution for it, is I've been doing research, speaking with a bunch of different like business brokers who are helping people buy and sell businesses. And I think that one of the biggest things that they've identified in the industry that we're in that becomes complicated when you go to sell a business that's built on a personal brand is, how do you remove the founder from it while keeping the functionality, profitability, and everything of the business. And everything that you're talking about right now seems like it could be in conjunction with a team. You might be able to, sell like your Instagram account if that's your main like function of traffic, in addition to these agents and clones. of you to help the business and brand kind of continue. Um,
Right.
it's it's an interesting concept. Yeah. So to shift things up a little bit, I'd love to learn a little bit more about like your backstory and everything, and how it is kind of that you went from like who were you before you started being in entrepreneurship, and then what did that journey look like getting to the two Comma Club award?
So I already told you I'm a civil engineer from background. I don't know single line of code. Now I'm telling code is like Cloud Code, GPT's Codex to do the code for me. I don't know, but I just want to know the outcome. And that's like I used to design high-rise structures. In 2019, everything get shut down. We are on online coaching. So in the COVID space, I have a time now. I need not to remember because already I was running around 16, 17 branches in India. So I keep on moving. Then I started purchasing tools. A guy, a 18-year-old guy, I purchased 2, 3 tools, and I asked like, I am buying some Indian coaches courses just for the marketing stuff, and I'm listening the same stuff. Then somebody told me that guy told me that okay, that rivers come from US and everybody is just drinking a water little bit and giving it in their style. I said what? He said all our things are coming from US, and I was like okay, can you help me out in this? He said I will charge, it was like around $500 or something. It was an 18-year-old guy for consultancy of 30 minutes. So at that time, like I already earning good. I said, okay, let's jump on a call. I know that because this guy can solve lots of my issues. And then he told me about Russell Brunson, Tony Robbins, Alex Hormozi, their courses in India while working over here. I was like, okay, this is how marketing works and this. And then I get to know about this awards stuff. And then I get to know about Upwork. Okay, from Upwork you will get those clients and other stuff. But there's somebody told me it's a red ocean. Do not jump on this. I said, okay, let's give a try. I'm good in tools. Let's do. So 6 months we generated minus $5,000 because our ID was new. We don't know what to do, and nobody was hiring us because our ID was new. And one day a guy came and said, like Nipun, I don't have money, but I just want to give you a shot. And I said, look, if I'm able to turn your business into 2x from 45 days period, give me 5 star on this. And I will take some percentage out of it if I'm able to do it. Said, okay, it is a win-win situation for, but I said, if I am not able to deliver, do not give me 1 star. My ID is new. And then in 37 days, we did it 2x. He was very impressed. He gave us first 5 star. And then after 3 months, I was at top 10% in the world. And then after 3 months, we are at top 3%. Then we get to know some celebrities over there. Some celebrities came and it was like, and we are good in retargeting ads and other stuff. So whatever we are sending, we are tracking. And that's what I learned till 2026. The biggest learning is of tracking. If you have the numbers in place, you can easily you can easily scale anything. If you don't have numbers, so it's like pushing or sending a dart in a hole. You don't know where it gets struck. And then we have a number. Somebody's clicking upon our proposal. We are tracking. Okay, I'm tracking 3% is open. So that means 4% is. Now, even if we are sending something, we send it through Loom. So at least we get to know, okay, somebody has clicked it or not. So that even if we are taking up their follow-up, we are, or even my sales team is not doing something blindly. They know that this guy has opened up. So there is some pricing issue. This guy didn't open up. So that means there is no pricing issue. There is some other issue going on. And then I worked with a celebrity and said, okay, instead of giving me like one time, if we do this and this percentage, let's make it a big. And that's where I got my first like CCX award, where we generated over 10 million. So, okay, this is how we striked. Okay, this is how everything is done. So now this is the terms going on. And then I met Russell. So it was like, okay, dream come true. Somebody who you are watching on internet sitting in India and you are meeting at Vegas to someone. And Alex part happened. So I just put all those in my manifestation. Okay, I need to do this. So Alex was like, Alex did 100 million money model. And I was not in the competition. Neither I want to be like, I was like, okay, I am over here India. I'm traveling to US for doing my workshops and different part of a world. So somebody told me, Nipun, you can't do it. And it's 21 days left. You live in India and that hurts me bad. I was like, why? Because in the AI era, location doesn't matter. You are sitting anywhere in the world. Right now, I'm traveling. In the last 3 months, I traveled 8+ countries just with my laptop. And even I'm on a beach, I just need to open up. Now I have an AI assistant also. Even I need to not to open a laptop. I'm just putting it from my voice commands. And then 21 days left, we started, okay, let's try this. And in the same studio on the night, like I discussed with my wife and I was like, okay, so we are doing it. The only thing is because after 2 months, I need to go to GHL event in October. Like it was first of, or I think like end of September, no, end of July when we started this. It was 21 days left for Alex launch, and in the October I need to go GHL. I was getting my diamond trophy from them, so I was like, let's email Alex when there will be the top 10 contest will be. So might it get coincide with when I'm traveling to US, and then Alex reply in 10 minutes. Even they have a good bot. So even we know that this is not Alex, but said, we are not sure, but we are launching it in the August 16th and we are doing it after 45 days. I said, let's give a shot. I recorded the same video in my, hey, I'm starting this. Either I learn, I never say lose, or either I win. I am documented all my 21 days. So day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, I documented. 21th day, I was at second in the world. And when I won, I called all the top 10 people cast. I get to know about their strategies. And this is one of the best selling course. Now people ask how you did the LX part in 21 days. Because I've documented everything, I'm now selling it. So this is all the AI part going on now. Now I'm getting invites to speak. I'm doing my work.
That sounds like a crazy journey that you've been through, man. Like that is so cool. And if I understood correctly, like it all kind of started from Fiverr. Is that right? Is that how you
Yeah,
were like getting the
Upwork.
initial
Upwork.
Upwork? Sorry. Yeah, man, that's so cool. So one of the things that you said in your journey that was really powerful to me was in the beginning when you didn't have anybody taking you up for the paid work. What you did was you offered to basically work for results more specifically, and I think that's a very powerful posture to be in, especially when you can do it because you get proof of concept, you get testimonials. It's an easy sale, and then when you get results and you're doing that commission type basis on the back end, that's really powerful. So for anybody who's listening, I wanted to reiterate that because if you're in a place where you haven't yet done that first sale, like that would be a great way to get in the door, so to speak. So then after you were beginning to have success on Upwork, did I hear correctly that you started guiding more traffic to the offers via paid ads?
Yeah, and then I started paid ads. I started cold email. So there was a moment in my life. My card was on every tool. Hey, this is what. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. And then we are okay. Let's figure out. We are not very sure and confident how we do it, but let's figure out and do this as a challenge. Do this as a challenge. And I spent one of the mistake I want to share with the people because lots of people get excited with the success, but there are lots of mistake behind that. So was like I was fascinated with the courses. I just keep on purchasing the courses. And I think sometimes when you're not getting the result, you blame someone else, a coach. This coach is not good. The problem is nothing with the coaches. Like nobody's in the market wants to ruin your life. Or was like, okay, somebody has this knowledge, somebody has that, but everybody wants to help you up. And the biggest thing is, which I learned is implementation. Now, even if I'm reading one chapter of Alex 100 million, I always put like this. I will do this by this date. I will do this by this date. And then even if I'm reading one chapter, I just want to implement that rather reading whole.
Yeah, that's really powerful. The difference between the just consuming the information and becoming literate in the ideas versus like actually implementing it and getting the results. Where did you kind of come up with that idea to begin documenting that and basically making the I will trade something for something versus something for nothing, if that makes sense?
So I learned in the one of a chapter from Alex, said document everything. And then when I keep on watching Russells on the stage and the people, what they do, they show the backstory. Hey, this is this, this is this. At that time, even there was a gut feeling I can win, but I was not sure. I said, what if when it get converted to, because I'm documenting every day, everybody wants to know. Because the first question generally I get these days is, hey Nipun, how you ranked second in the world? And I have all my days, like day 1 I'm doing this, day 3 this tool, day 5. But for that 21 days I didn't take a single call. All my high ticket clients, all coaches, like whatever I'm doing coaching, I told people Nipun is 21 days away. So please bear with me. Lots of people understand, okay, this guy is if telling something and my team is there to help them. But I was totally focused and doing this stuff. Okay, no, I want to do this. And now it is one of the best selling course. Because if you are not winning, nobody wants to watch. And if you are like, okay, if even if I was at 100, nobody cares. But now I was second, everybody wants to know. And then if I'm on this podcast, I'm telling, hey, I did this, I did this. That's okay. But how's the things going on in every day? I was getting tattooed. I was telling, okay, this is where I'm completing. And here I'm calling people to do this. And there is my AI voice going, this is how things messed up. This is how things good. Everything is with in the 21 days.
Yeah, it sounds like a lot of it was very focused on being, authentic and transparent, which is a lot of like what I'm finding is an interesting like difference between the certain times that you see AI stuff. It kind of makes you feel like you want the human element, and being able to give the transparency on that side kind of helps to polarize and spark up interest in the content itself and build the relationships with people, like the so to speak parasocial relationship that people develop from watching all the videos and all that stuff. That's really cool.
And one more
Uh,
thing, like top 10
yeah.
guys get a chance to do one-to-one podcast with Alex in the studio of Alex. Like, okay, one-to-one. And Alex charge lots of money if you want to do one-to-one. All 9 marketer ask how I can scale my business, how I can do my social media. I didn't ask a single question related to business. A single, because I know that I have all his playbooks. Whatever I have this AQ, ACQ bot, everything. I asked Alice why you don't choose to have kids. You have money, you have health, wealth, relationship. All 3 are good. Why you don't choose to have kids? I started with like even like we did an amazing job promoting your book. All everyone in this room, top 50 marketers, did an amazing job. It's not like okay, I am second. I did even the 50th one did lots of stuff, and we are very close in the competition. In the live, you take our names, take our branding, and why it was removed from the recording one. So they were like, and even their team just like I just gave all my questions 5 minutes before going to the stage, because I knew that these are like very controversial questions where they don't let me to ask. And it's like, you put this question. No, no, no. Alex don't know. I said okay. On the stage I asked everything, whatever is in my, because everybody is human in the end. And then somebody like backfire, why you were asking this and this, and then I am in the subconscious mind of Alex. Then we went to a dinner, like top 10. We'll be doing a dinner. It was supposed to be 30 minutes. We spent almost like 2.5 hours on a dinner table. Didn't eat a single stuff. I was asking, keep on asking questions. Hey, Alex, because we are like sitting. Then he know that. And he said, like, I asked, this guy told your name because now I'm into this marketing. I was with those guys who were with Alex at the same stage, because I was speaking at ClickFunnels Connect. I know some of the guys because they are into same room. They are at the same. What Alex did different, that we know other names also, but Alex is now like, okay, everybody knows Alex. And if you talk about, even if we compare it with lots of other ClickFunnels marketers, Alex is on a different level. And I asked their take also, what do you think what Alex did different? And I asked everyone, hey, somebody's selling, I helped Alex to do this. I asked Alex, this guy helped you up? And said, this is shit, Nipun. I was like doing this. And then he told there is 2 cameramans always going through with, like, they are always traveling with Alex, recording the stuff. He said, cut this in the, cut this, cut this, cut this. And I was like, okay. And now, like, after 2 months, lots of people ask me, like, why you ask the kid stuff and other stuff? It's so personal. After 2 months, Alex did a podcast with Tony Robbins. It was wild. And Tony told one thing, hey, Alex, you need to have kids. I got a message from XYZ from Alex team. Hey, your question is now get repeated. So even if I ask something about the business, I think that it will change my business because everything is over implementing. So that's now I'm in subconscious mind of someone's to doing those stuff.
That's really cool. And I remember watching that podcast that you're referencing
Yeah,
between him and Tony Robbins, as I'm
yeah,
sure many people who watch this will have seen as well. And if you haven't, it's definitely worth watching. That's such a cool concept. I think one of the big topics that my wife and I have been discussing recently is like the conversation of we study these big giants like Alex, Russell, etc. because there's something that they have achieved that we want to also achieve, right? And generally speaking, in the category of business, it tends to be a certain level of wealth, for lack of better words. And the thing that we've been uh, looking at recently is the conversation of yes, these people are the category kings in the wealth side. The question becomes in the relationships and health side as well. Like, what are the things in there that we maybe want to have that they either do or do not have, and why do they or do not have them, if that makes sense. So the kids topic, for instance, is really interesting because a lot of people would probably be like, okay, Alex, like you've done very well for yourself. I also want to do very well for myself, so I'm intrigued to learn about that side. But then you're going and saying like, hey, when it comes to the kids in this relationship, why did you do that? Generally, in the sake of what it would be probably the opposite direction of what the majority would do, if that makes sense.
right.
So I am curious to hear what was the response that he gave you, if you're allowed to share it.
Yeah, I will put that into description also, the same podcast link. So he was like, first he was like, never ask someone about this. So first thing was like this, never ask someone about this. And then it's like, okay, lots of people, it's a different world if we see why you have kids, but people will get offended because there is a mass ratio which have kids. And then he said like, okay, so everything is like, and then he said like, in the end, nutshell, okay, you ask me, so it's like some personal matter somebody's having. So he gives lots of example, like might be some medical issues, might be some things, might be something, but I don't want to involve a third person into this conversation of me and my wife. But he answered it very well, like, okay, this is how you, this is how, and I asked lots of other questions. Hey, Alex, like you did this, you did that. Like we see, never skip dessert, and he's having a nice physique, and we always say, okay, if you have a good like you want a good physique, do not eat Swedish, do not eat sugar, sugar need. This is exactly opposite. I said like, I need to check that. So it's like the fake you are doing on a social media or you want, and we are going to dinner to do, I will check that you will have a Swedish or not. Then he said like, okay, Nipun, you told me, hey, I am eating this, so I'm not, so I just do the calorie count maths and these kind of stuff. And that's where I'm in the subconscious, because Alex, daily Alex do their like lots of their workshop, 5K and other, where he's fed up with all, I can't say the fed up word, but he's used to all those business questions, but he's not used to these questions, like which I want to ask. I just want to crack that subconscious mind. Okay, and he told me that he didn't allow anyone to take a photograph with him. He said like people misuse it. In the end of the dinner table, he said, okay, not on his acquisition.com, but at a dinner table, "Hey, let's have a photograph." Then he said, Nipun, if you misuse it, I will come to India and beat you up. And I was like, in that case, you will be coming to India. I'm more than happy to host you. you know, so it's like, okay, but I didn't misuse that, but I got an opportunity to do that because somebody's trusting me to do that stuff and doing this. So that's how things. And my mission is to be top 5 marketer in the world. And I can only achieve when I will be helping people. And I ask the same question. Hey, I want to be top 5 marketers in the world. What 3 mistake I should not do? Because what to do, I already knew that I need to help more people to scale into next level. I need to give results. I need to do more workshops. What not to do? I don't know what not to do.
Yeah,
He's at this position. He can help me up. Hey, Nipun, do not do this mistake. And the answer is a no. It's not an yes, I think.
I fully agree with that sentiment at the end. I remember seeing a clip of Alex where he was basically explaining like that people ask the question all the time of like, what do successful people have that I don't have? And he's like, you're asking the wrong question. It's actually, what do successful people not have that you have? And it's such an interesting thing because it boils down to what I would consider to be like standards at the end of the day. And it's like, if you allow for certain things to be in your environment and things that you no are detracting from the results that you're looking to get, the answer to going further looks like saying no more rather than yes, which is really interesting.
Right.
I'm trying to remember, I think it was maybe Andrew Cruzy that I had on the podcast previously that was talking about it's addition by subtraction, which is really fascinating. So, in that same sentiment, I'd love to hear from you, like, as you progressed and, gotten into these amazing opportunities and this crazy journey that you've had so far, what are some of those things that you've found that were things that you had to start saying no to in order to hit that next level of success?
First is like you need to scrutinize clients, because if you are into service industry, your clients drain lots of your energy. And if you get one toxic client, it will ruin, because everybody has same 24 hours, and how's your mood comes in. And that's how, like, I am very choosy in taking clients now. Even we select clients now. Okay, this is client good. Even if they are good paying, we say no to lots of clients, because we think that, okay, it will be a trap for us in future, and like it will destroy my team time, my time, and mental peace. So that is one thing. Second, if I am focusing on something, I always try to write, okay, this is what I need to do. I get lots of clarity in this writing. So I always have my iPad. Even if I'm listening to something, I put up my iPad. Okay, I will note down this. And every day we come up with lots of crazy ideas. We need to say no to 80%, because you will get distracted. Now, if you ask me, Nipun, what kind of offer cloning is my offer? I have 3 models: do it yourself, done with you, and done for you. That's it. I don't want to complex it. Okay, we'll do this, we'll do this, we'll do this. These 3 offers we have, and we need to see in which category that person fits. Might be that is good if it is into done for you. Might be it is in the category he wants something to implement with us, done for you. And do it yourself, somebody wants to learn on its own. And if I come
That's
up
really
with 5,
good.
6 offers, that doesn't work.
Yeah. Yeah. It's that last comment that you made there, 5 or 6 offers doesn't work. It's like less is more.
Yeah.
It turns out, which is really contrary to what most people would believe, in the beginning of the journey, especially when they hear something like the majority of millionaires have like 7+ streams of income. It's like, well, at the end of the day, they had to build them one at a time and they had to be focused and, make them happen. But it's not so much that more is better as it is like optimizing the thing that works. Like you hear all the time, one traffic source, one funnel, one offer, and then just like making that work until you hit the desired outcome. So yeah, that's awesome.
I was in the same boat. I was running 3 business. And I was like, okay, this is, and whenever I must say, hey, I'm running 3 business, looks cool. And then every business takes little bit of my attention. And the one thing which scales is where founder's energy is going. So if you are on this business board, it will. Then I said, like, Nipun, I I don't want to be like, okay, jack of all trade, master of none. I want to focus more on marketing. If I want to be in the marketing style, so I want to be best marketing. When I was in the ed tech, I was coaching people in government. I was on the top. My brand was on the top. We got like almost selection in all the departments of Punjab, Haryana, like the places we have nearby. All the departments are full with our students. So I want to be on the top. In marketing, I want to be on top 5. I am even telling you, like, okay. And then I keep on writing. Oh, this is my manifestation. This is my, just like Russell. I got award on a stage with Russell. But last year I spoke on an event called AI Marketing World. I did a table talk, and it went well. Everything. Now they offer me, okay, Nipun, you will be on our main stage. So this time in October, I am on AI Marketing main stage. But now I am sharing stage with Russell Brunson. Last week we got information that Russell is also coming on the same event as a keynote. So that's how the dream come true. Okay, now I'm seeing Russell sharing. I will talk about Neil Patel. So I asked Neil Patel some questions at GHL event. He's like a top 10 marketer also. And I was sharing stage for a GHL event. I was a keynote and I was sharing stage with Neil Patel. And I was like, okay, one day I was watching his videos, watching the tools. Now I'm sharing stage with him.
That is so cool. Congratulations on that,
Thank
first
you.
and foremost. Those are some really awesome milestones,
Yeah.
and some really great people. Uh, Gosh, that had to be such a wild experience for you. What was kind of going through your head leading up to that? Were you nervous? Were you excited? Was it a combination of both? What was going on?
whenever I am on a stage, my aim is to be top speaker in that conference. It doesn't matter. It's Russell in the race. It's good if now Russell, it gives me more energy. Now I want to beat someone like this. When Neil was on a stage, my whole focus was, because I was not like expecting Neil will be on the stage. I was like, okay, there will be 6 speakers and I want to be best. And everybody has a different signature style. And I think everybody has an abundance of knowledge to speak on. Hey, I know this. Now, these days, what I do is I implement a DJ console with my like presentations. So everywhere, wherever I'm going, if I can show you over here, if you see, this is the DJ console. I'm playing some music, blending some music into my presentation and doing my presentation because I want to create my signature style. So I was like, what style I can do? What's like, it doesn't matter how good you are into speaking, how good knowledge you have, doesn't matter because everybody's telling the same stuff. Whatever I learned in Claude, somebody else may be very good in that Claude in very depth. But one thing which make different from each other is your story. You have a different story. I have a different. Everybody whom you are talking, you are doing a fabulous podcast. Everybody has a different story. You never see, okay, both like they go to this place, they went to this place, and their story matches. Struggles are same, but stories are different, and that's how now I have added this. So this is now I need to remember the song names also what I am gonna playing with my presentation. I need to practice 3 times before going to the stage. And the biggest hurdle is to do the sound check. Last event I did almost 3 times sound check. And my team was like, we're very comfortable. We know that we know that. I said, you never know about when it is in our studio, when it is at our place, we can test it. When you are a different place, test it 3 times. Because one time everything work. One time automation also work. What if the next like contact come into that automation? Is it working properly or not if else condition? That's why I always do 3 times and I always prepare myself. Even for the Alex, I want to be like, so I will try, okay, how Alex speak, I have all those speeches, how I can be different, how I can blend something which can be in the subconscious mind of someone.
That's really awesome. I totally agree with the sentiment of the stories are different, and that whole DJ setup that you have, that is so unique and so cool.
Mm.
That probably adds a ton of fun and flair to the presentation and kind of breaks it up, and it helps to make you top of mind when people walk away, and really helps from that personal branding perspective.
And
So that's awesome.
that came with again a real story. My one of my friend was doing a marathon. He said, Nipun, can you help me? Like he runs an infotainment page, a good page in the my city, Chandigarh, where I live in India. He said, like, can you help me out? Like, I want to do this. He's my good friend. I said, yes. Okay, I am in India. I will do that. And I started doing those, and I was doing registration funnels, and we sold almost 1,200 tickets. And I was at like it was very close friend. I was at in the morning 4 a.m. and like in the morning 1 a.m. I was at the ground. 4 a.m. I was taking registration, and people are coming with the money and saying, "Hey, I want to be a part of this." See, it's bit starting of winter, bit cool, and people are coming at 4 a.m. Very uncomfortable time and to run. And I was like, how this guy sold like 1,200 tickets and it's keep on doing that stuff like it's and for. And I said, after like when we did like all those stuff, we completed and said like let's jump, like we'll again sit after 2 days. I just want to know more about this. Might be I am missing something in the funnels. Like people are coming with the money and very odd time, 5 a.m. And then I said, yeah, it was amazing. He said like we did the funnel, the same work, Nipun, what we did, nothing extra, and we have a data. So data is the one key. If you have a good data, that works. I said, I want to do my AI workshop now, and we'll do this at a large scale. Like I can do like 100, 200, but like 500, 700. He said, Nipun, nobody will come. Nobody wants to come to learn. People want to entertain. And that hits me, buddy. If I do AI workshop, people might not come with that and then. So how I can blend education with entertainment? That's where the DJ concepts come in because I used to do DJing. I said it's my like I love to do DJing. Now I'm blending this and now this. And everybody whenever I'm on a stage, people ask why this DJ, why this stuff. And then when I blend music, everybody get entertained and then they get remember something.
That is such a powerful lesson about the idea of entertaining people in conjunction with like educating them. Um, that is, wow, a next level right there. With that being said, as we're getting to the end of the podcast here, one of the final questions I love to ask is, we live in a unique day and age where we have the opportunity to record a moment in time for future generations to see. And given that opportunity, what is the one piece of advice that you'd leave for those future generations based on all of your personal and professional experience?
I want to be have my legacy. So it's my like I don't want to be like, okay, everybody gonna die one day. For sure. Nobody's like immortal. So whatever you do, like you come like I think people say that okay, you die once, you lived, and right now there is going on opposite. People are dying every day. Like they are like doing the same stuff. They are into their so much comfort zone. Okay, this is what they see. And if some mentors come into your life, they can see the eagle eye. Like you are in a trap, nobody gonna see because you are in a trap and you are enjoying that trap. And maybe you see someone, you get envy. Hey, how did guy this? How did guy that? But having a legacy, like my book got forwarded by Dan Kennedy. So if I ask like Alex says he's my guru, Russell say he's my guru, and I got a chance to get a forward by Dan Kennedy, and then meeting those people, Dan still use fax. You can't reach out to him on an email, on a phone. You need to fax him, and that's the power of his supremacy. Whatever he want in this WhatsApp era, even if one of my employee is not using WhatsApp in India, WhatsApp is we do overseas like or something like Slack. We never ever give them job. But now this guy did on that power, he do whatever he want, and that's the kind of legacy we want to send. Okay, people will come and like for my thing is like I live in India right now. I'm traveling from the past 3 months. I traveled 8+ countries. Sometimes I need to travel 40 hours to speak on 40 minutes on a stage. But one day like this podcast get recorded, will be on the lots of platform. My aim is I live in India, I live in my hometown. I still like I want to live over here. People from overseas coming to me, hey, we want something from you, whatever you are doing, we'll be traveling it for you.
That's really cool. I like that. That's quite the goal to aim for, and it seems like based on the story that I've heard, like you're on your way to that path, and you might be really close. That's fantastic. Yeah. So for anyone who has listened to this podcast and is interested in potentially working with you or your team, where should they go to reach out to you to see if they can get that service?
So they can go to like I always in the podcast. So first of all, doing a podcast is a tremendous job. You need to come out and talking to now we are friends. Like we are on a podcast now, we are friends. Even I ran my own podcast. It's a very difficult because you need to consume your day-to-day work and then you need to do the other tasks like having someone to a podcast. Not like okay, we are jumping on a podcast. You need to outreach them, then you need to do the post editing, publishing them. So whosoever is listening on a podcast, I give 1-to-1 my strategy call. Me myself is jumping on a call for 30 minutes. We used to charge $97 for the same for 30-minute consultancy. So we'll be giving you that. You can put it in the description or you can go to nipunsyal.in or any of my social media. Just take your name. You are at this podcast. You can book up on call on my calendar. And it's totally free for 30 minutes.
That's awesome. That is quite the offer. If you're listening and you want to take him up on it, I highly think you should. He clearly knows his stuff and has been hanging out with some big industry leaders and doing some awesome stuff. So, Nipun, I really appreciate your time today and all your valuable insights. And thanks for being here and sharing your story.
Thank you for calling me.